All right, guys, we're sort of back. We had a little bit of an internet outage, so I'm waiting for the other guys to get back into this link.
It was Pennywise.
It was
Pennywise did it.
No, it was Trump. It was iPhone. It was PlayStation. It was
we all float on the internet.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm so like, all right, guys. So here's what happened. I thought I didn't pay the internet bill, and then we called to the 30th. So I'm like, freaking, like, what's going on? And then it turns out there was just an outage, and it was like 10 minutes, and they were like, oh, the internet will be back on at 3:30. I'm like, fuck. So we joined the call, like the hangout from our phones while I did, and then the internet was back on in the house. So thank you, Comcast, for fucking up my day.
Party on birth.
Fuck you, Comcast.
Yeah.
That's the iPhone.
Comcast. That's great.
Hey, Frontier, here we come.
Yeah, right. And they were just trying to sell us on Frontier the other day. So, you guys,
those salesmen were actually they were really good.
Yeah, we were trying to close shop for the kids and stuff. Fuck, why am I joining two calls here? No, go away. All right. So everybody's back. Everybody's good. You guys got your coffee? Yep. No. Everybody drinks their
my
coffee.
second coffee.
I threw my coffee at the computer.
Nice. Now you need another computer.
I know, right?
You need another computer. Earlier when you were gone, there was like a goat in the podcast and stuff. It was,
really? Really? I'm a little bit jealous, guys. I'm a little jealous. All right. So since we had to start up a part 2, we do apologize. Welcome back, everybody. We're so sorry. It's Xbot's fault for hating on iPhone.
No, it was the gamer goat. The gamer goat did it.
No, he didn't. It's your fault. All your fault.
Developers.
What was that, Xbot, or like a fake thing?
No, that was him. That was.
You did really good.
Yeah, that sounded just like it.
Really good.
All right, guys.
Jay, if you want, we can record that one day. Okay.
No problem.
He said no. Just no.
Yeah, no. I heard the no in that. He was like, no problem.
Oh, no, wow.
Yes means no.
It's hard enough to get Mooch and Craft to freaking record sound clips, so it's hard to get them to actually do anything when it comes to getting work down, ready for the show every week. It's like they show up 5 minutes before the show launches. Like, hey guys, what about all that stuff you wanted to do?
All right, guys.
Just throw it together. Let's go.
So we're gonna have to
developers.
Just joking.
I love it.
You know what? We're just gonna sit here and press buttons and just skip over the rest of the topics. So we don't have a lot of time left. The kids are about to be home from school. They had an early day.
Oh, half day. I forgot about that crap.
Yeah, Xbot has to leave soon, so he's gonna be leaving in a few minutes. But I did want to talk about. I wrote in my notes PewDiePie, but it's PewDiePie. Using the N-word. This world has become so sensitive, and I know this is a very, very sensitive topic. No, Xbot.
Nipples.
No, Supersonic.
Narcolepsy.
You know what? I give up.
Where's the cat's sound? Oh, that's gonna be her scratching these guys' eyes.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like crunching my fingers, and they can't crunch anymore. So, anyways, PewDiePie was on a live stream, and he used the N-word, and he did make an apology video. Now, there is a lot of people on the internet fighting about this right now as we speak. You know, and I think a lot of times, you know, when people use, let's say, racial slurs or something like that,
Cracker.
You know, I'm not saying that, yes, it's okay. I think a lot of times it depends on how words are used and how people also perceive them. Obviously, the way he said it was in a negative way.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, like, you know, off air or when I'm just joking with my friends, I use racial stuff all the time. Like, I'm not a racist. That doesn't make me a bad person. Honestly, like I call Xbox all kinds of names. I call people that I'm really close to anything I want, you know, and we know it's all just jokes and stuff like that. But then you have someone who, what?
No, I was gonna say I used to tease those snaps. Like when we first got together, I used to tease those snaps that she had it in her blood to hotwire a car. So,
wow, there's a lot of N words in the chat here. We got nads, necrophilia, nose nuggets. Wow, you guys are crazy.
Kick him in the
No
nards.
Man's Sky.
No, that's a now you're banned, sir.
That's a no word. But I know like PewDiePie is getting a lot of backlash for using the N word. And it's such a negative word. Like literally, I posted about this, and there's people on Twitter right now going back and forth arguing. Okay, so the thing is, like, he's such like a popular person. He's held on such a high pedestal, and I don't even want to say like he's not a kid's channel. You know, he's just a person like you, like me. But he's just popular. So of course people are gonna pick apart everything he says. Yeah, I watched a video where he said it, the clip. I wasn't watching the live stream. And he got caught out basically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He was put in a really like rough place. But then like I'm seeing like Red Dragon retweeting people, and you know, there's a young black lady on there. She's like, well, you know, I see all these black people who aren't mad. Why are the white people mad? Like, I hate when it gets to this point in life where it's black versus white.
Yeah.
Because you know, at the end of the day, inside we are all one color.
Yes, we are. Yes,
you know?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, I said go ahead, but I muted myself as I was saying that. But please, Mr. Boomstick, chime in.
Well, you know, I tweeted out something. See, here's the thing. My brother's African American. Okay, I'm a white dude. All right, I'm a mixed breed. You know, my family originates from Spain and Madrid. I'm like a shake and bake bag, but my adopted brother is black. So when people say the N word, I feel a type of way about it because that, you know, you're not just insulting me, but you're insulting my brother. Now here's the thing: PewDiePie is no stranger to trouble. Okay.
Oh yeah, that is.
And the problem with this is, you know, you're supposed to know better. You know, he has a brand, okay? Absolutely. And you're live. You know, if you want to feel the way you want to feel behind closed doors, that's fine. But when you say stuff out in the open for people to hear it, you should expect there's going to be trouble. And obviously, there's been the internet has been absolutely ablaze recently with him saying that. Now, I didn't see the apology video. You know what? I'm sorry to say, he had to do that. This should not be a surprise to anyone. He has to, you know, save face and save his brand.
Yeah,
I really don't think there's a way to defend him. You know, I mean, like I said, if me and you, Mel, are talking and we're good friends and we kind of say something that might be, if someone else heard it, be a little insensitive. Well, that's me and you talking, and we're sorry you were, you know, in our conversation that you feel offended. But when you are on live over the air and you're playing a game and you say something like that, I don't know if there's any way you could really defend that. I mean, yeah, he did a video and he apologized, and you know, maybe a month from now everyone's going to forget it, but it's not a good scene for him. And I think, you know, with people who are in popular positions like him, and you say something that's hateful like that, that word is hateful. Okay. I don't care how you try and slice it. That's a hateful word. And it is one of the words that are still around, which is why this goddamn world still has racism in it, because people look at deal with people based on their skin color. And that really just needs to stop. And he should have really known better.
Well, he is a public figure. Yes. Absolutely. Like, you have to use your brain. My thing is, like, people are so mad, right? And I look at everybody as equals. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Nothing. Okay. I don't care. I just care about the person that you are inside. Like, your thoughts, opinions. If you're a decent person, you know, color does not matter. But my thing is, why is it okay for people to say it to each other, but it's not okay for, you know, one color to say it to another color, you know? Or, you know, I know, you know, a major part of this is the context that he used it.
Yes.
You know, he used it in a negative way. And I was just like, oh shit, like, who says that? So that's a major problem. He, you know, his video, he didn't try to cover it up. He was like, well, you know, what I did, you know, what I said, it was wrong. I apologize, you know, stuff like that. I should have shared the video with you guys. You know, I've watched a lot of his stuff, so I'm not like a super huge supporter. I'm not a PewDiePie obsessed person one bit. But my thing is, it's okay for some people to joke around about it, but then other people get mad about it. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Nobody in this world is happy. I'm probably going to get shunned for saying Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, someone's always going to be sensitive. Someone's always going to be hurt. But at the end of the day, like, we're all people. And, you know, people, it's just, I guess, the, you know, society that we live in. And people are either, what's up, bot?
No, I think you said it exactly right. When it comes to the situation, I mean, oh snaps, you know me, the way we joke around at home and stuff like that. When it comes to PewDiePie, this is not the first time when he was like kill all the Jews and then he drops the N-bomb or whatnot. I think the thing is, right, he makes millions of dollars off YouTube per year. He has so many people watching his channel. I feel like even if he's not racist, which there's a chance he's not, he's just saying this shit. Like, he's saying that the first part just for kicks. And yeah, people do joke around. People do joke around like that, right?
Yeah, I call you all types of names.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. But with dropping the N-bomb like this, he was clearly frustrated within the game that he was playing. Now, first of all, he dropped the hardest R I have ever heard on that word. And he was really showing his Swedish, basically. Like, man, that was a hard R right there. Yeah.
Why do you have to point out the fact that he's Swedish?
Because he was showing it. Unfortunately, you'll tuck it back into your pocket and keep moving. But no, I think the thing is, he might feel like he is so big in there, that like big out there on YouTube and stuff like that, that he can say anything he wants. But unfortunately, you know, you're the number one person on YouTube in terms of monetization. You make the most money out there, and you are going to be scrutinized, you know. And
absolutely.
I think he definitely needs to recognize that. In terms of kind of like racism and everything all together, I do joke about stuff like that. And the reason why is, first of all, I am comfortable within myself to know that I am not a racist. Second of all, the way the society is, and you can be as PC as you want or whatever, but we are divided constantly. All right. And the reason why we are divided is because if we do actually work together, there is strength in numbers, and we can accomplish things in this world that are completely incredible. But you know, people who have the power and stuff like that will always try to divide us. They don't want us to group up together and to kind of like join forces. So whether it's income status, whether it's race, whether, you know, there's so many divisions within kind of like the world society. It's up to us to kind of get past that, you know, and until we do that, until we realize, you know, how much we have in common instead of pointing to how different people are, we're never going to accomplish shit.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. But I mean, the point of the matter is he still said something that was really, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it, guys.
Yes, absolutely. The context is everything.
Because, all right, I'm Italian, Hungarian, Puerto Rican, and part black. I don't know how much I am, but I am. All right. So I could say pretty much anything I want. Does that mean I go out there and do that? No, not at all.
I'm Irish. I can say whatever I want.
Yeah. Like anybody can really say whatever they want.
The leprechauns after.
And I feel like if you're using words in a negative way, you're going to get negative feedback. All right. But I feel like people are being really a little crazy about it.
I know YouTubers like slip up all the time and
it's perfectly fine when they're not big YouTubers.
Yeah, I mean, he's under a microscope, and like people idolize him, and they record like all his streams.
He's my hero.
Well, not only that, but this came at possibly the worst time for him as well, especially in the United States with everything that went on in South Carolina with all the dealings with Trump and stuff like that. Racial tension in the United States is fairly high right now. So like it's kind of like the perfect storm in that sense. It's something that he should not have said. All right. But you put in the environment that's going on right now, and it's just it magnifies it like times 100. Yeah.
There is one thing that I do not like at all, and it's those developers from Firewatch telling everyone to take down their stuff and not let him have access.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like, well, everyone's thoughts are.
Yeah, they're gonna start a big witch hunt thing, and that just leaves doors open to other things that could.
Yeah, like it's pretty serious.
All right, guys. I just want to point out the chat real quick. All right, so this was what me and Xbot were talking about. Tony DeCaro, whoever you are in the chat, he says PewDiePie is the new end guy. Bring on the South Park memes. All right, so here's what me and Xbot were talking about. All right, earlier, like, all right, there are so many people in, the gaming community as a whole. Okay. Not just Xbox. There's PC, PlayStation. All these people who watch South Park, like South Park, are excited for South Park. South Park is one of the most racist, fucked up shows / games you can ever find. People laugh at that, though.
Apologize.
And they
give you a warning before watching.
They hate Canadians.
I can't even count how many times I've been called the N-word on Call of Duty. To be honest.
All right, so yeah. So you see, like, all right, people will support South Park, right? Because it's just jokes, right?
They like everything now. They like everyone in everything.
Right, fucking rude about their jokes, but that's okay. All right. So I wanted to make that point. So thank you, Tony, for bringing that up, because that was something that we were talking about prior to doing the show at all. And Irrelevant in the chat, he says, I respect the fact that his apology was straightforward. Absolutely. I can respect that, because he did say, hey, you know what? I fucked up. Maybe he was just so intensely into his game. Obviously, you could see where somebody's mind is at, but he did come out and apologize. He didn't try to cover it up. The Game Fixers, what's up, the Game Fixers? He said, do you guys think that he should be punished? I think that he's being punished as it is. I think it's up to
I'm sorry, but I think it's up to his followers, the people that subscribe to him and everything like that. Because like I said, we as a whole, there is strength in numbers. And if the majority of people out there are really offended by what he said, you know what? Don't watch his content.
Right. They'll unsubscribe to his channel. That's how you hurt him.
Click on his ads. You know what I'm saying? He will get the hint by taking the hit.
Yeah.
All right. That's
absolutely.
Exactly what it is. And I think my sister's calling me.
Yeah. Even if he lost half of his audience, like he has 57 million subscribers. Like he's like already rich. He's just doing it for fun, really, at this point. He probably doesn't. Like, I'm sure he didn't mean it. Like, accidents happen. People make mistakes.
But you know what they say? Like, I gotta sneeze.
Hey guys.
What?
I hate to kill the flow of this conversation, but I just want to let everybody know I am out of here, guys. I am taking my sister to go and get her surgery or whatnot. So, guys, have a great show. Everybody in the chat has been absolutely amazing talking to you guys. I wish I could stay and put in more kind of like opinions on this subject. But everybody have a great show. Thank you so much for joining us, and I am out.
All right, later, bye. Thanks for joining. Have fun. All right, so I'm sorry. I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say now. So you know how people where they say good things, some people say bad things. It's kind of like the stars. They all have like this good about them, right? And then they say something bad, but it's still publicity. So whether it's good or bad, you're still getting that attention. It's kind of like a child, So whether people love you or they hate you, you're still getting attention. And at this point, it doesn't matter for him. He's already been, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, verified. He's got it made. So with that bad publicity, he probably, maybe he feels like shit, maybe he doesn't. But the point of the matter is he's gonna be there no matter what. And if people keep talking about it like we are right now, that's gonna just solidify him being out there even longer.
Yeah, like if he was to move on to something else other than YouTube or anything like that, like enough people know about him. He has enough followers on Twitter. Like I said, he has 57 million subscribers on YouTube. Like he'll have an audience of people going anywhere. Like, if he wanted to do anything, he'll have enough supporters that have been supporting him for years. Like, he can do whatever he wants, really.
Yeah,
he has the money now too. So
yeah, he does. You guys want to chime in on this? Anybody else?
Well, I just wanted to say that, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say he's a racist. Like, I just say it was a slip of the tongue. Like, the word that he did say was a terrible word, and I'm not defending him. Like, even he said in his video that, like, no one should defend him. It's his fault. He did make the mistake, and the only thing he can do is apologize and wait and see what happens. See if people forgive him, which I'm sure more than most people will, because everyone said something when they're angry or something like that they didn't fully mean.
Yeah.
You know,
I do all the time. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm the worst. Just because you guys don't see it live, you have no idea the things that I say or think. Maybe I don't always say what I think, because I would probably have been beat down a couple thousand times by now, run over, killed. I don't know. But, you know, the thing is, we have to remember that at the end of the day, we're all just people and people make mistakes.
Exactly. And you probably won't believe me when I say this, but sometimes when I get angry, I actually curse, you know?
No,
fucking weird.
Like a sailor.
Not you. You don't say bad words. I don't say bad words. No. I don't believe that either. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a crazy situation. But do you guys think that, you know, that as far as punishment, it's going to be with his subs, or do you think that, you know, he should get kicked off of YouTube? I'm just curious.
The biggest thing that's coming out of it is the whole thing with the Firewatch dev, that they're like attacking him head on.
You know what? I'm speaking of which, because I didn't want to talk about that. The Firewatch dev, you know, I see what they're saying. They're pointing all this back to what PewDiePie said, right? But at the end of the day, it seems like they're just really pissy because he makes a lot of money for streaming games. Like, I think that's just a reason to bitch, because they're pissed that they're not getting the money that he gets because he's more popular. You know,
yeah, I agree.
He didn't like the game.
As an opportunity to attack him.
Oh,
they sure loved him when they were selling lots of games.
Yes, yeah. Again, it's one of those things where it's kind of like, well, it's working for me, so I'm going to use it. Oh, well, it's not working for me now. Boo! You know, I have a problem.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it seems like. And then there's the developer, I believe it's Campo Santo. Is that how you say it?
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, I read a story where they actually they did a rebuttal on that that situation where they were telling everyone to take down the stuff that he's doing regarding the game, and they got a tremendous amount of backlash. As a matter of fact, there's a campaign on Steam. It's a review bombing campaign that if you in the last 24 hours, this game went from like high 9s on Steam, and it's getting like low 5s now because people are just joining this campaign.
Bad reviews?
Yeah,
like giving Firewatch bad reviews.
Yes,
it's a really good game. It's a shame that they're doing that.
Yeah, it's a great game. It's not. I mean, I didn't beat it, but I played enough of it. I said, yeah, it's a good, very atmospheric game. I like the music, but it's right now is because what they did to PewDiePie. I'm assuming all his followers are now going out of their way on Steam to review bomb Firewatch.
But them telling other developers to do the same thing that they're doing is just stupid. And
yeah, you know what? That's a witch hunt.
Yeah, exactly.
It's definitely a witch hunt, and sometimes you gotta wonder what the motivation is. Is it motivated because someone on their team, someone is on their team that's African American, that was like, wow, man, I'm devastated with that word, and they have a right to be, or is this, well, this is our opportunity to kind of stick it to this dude because he's popular.
Popularity is an open door for ridicule and attacking, and you can look at anything when it comes. I mean, and I'm not going to use the iPhone as an example because I'm kind of an iPhone basher in a way too. But you could look at anything. Okay, for instance, your favorite. Okay, one of the biggest bands in the world, band that I love, Metallica. Metallica. If you go onto the forums, they get bashed left and right because they're popular. Nickelback. Okay, Canadian metal band, rock band. Everybody claims that Nickelback are the worst band in the planet. Well, guess what? I've seen them 3 times live, and they put on an awesome stage show. And I don't care what anyone says, but they're a good band. And technology, like anything that's popular, like Microsoft's Xbox One. That's why people bash it, because it's popular. That's just the way it works.
Yeah. Like, if you look at his tweets, like, he rarely brings up the actual reason people are angry. He's talking about money and all this stuff, and he gets more money than me because he streams our games and stuff like that. He doesn't even talk about the thing that people are angry about. He was just bringing up the whole streaming thing and talking about games and stuff. Like, that's not the reason all this was happening. It was because of what he said. Like, he's just turning it on him, trying to get people to attack him, even though it says on the website that the dev, like, even though
he was acting like a child on Twitter. I'm sorry to cut you off, but he really was. It was all about money and how PewDiePie is just a spoiled kid and this, that, and the other. It's like, I didn't even know anything about this N-word at that point, because I was reading all the stuff and it said nothing about the way he acted. And continue.
Well, I got to call someone on the chat. Mighty Mo says revenue for creators is down because of PewDiePie. That's a YouTube thing. That's not PewDiePie's fault. YouTube's screwing everybody. They're demonetizing like everyone's videos and crap. So that's not a PewDiePie thing. That's a YouTube thing.
I know lots of people are saying it because it originally happened. Like, the whole ad apocalypse thing happened the first time PewDiePie got into trouble. Like, it was all over that incident, remember?
Yeah.
You guys, real quick, I want to shout out Chatty Catty in the chat. She's my favorite streamer lady out there. That was who I was talking about a few shows ago. Just had to throw that out there.
A few months ago, they were attacking PewDiePie because of the whole Jewish thing and what he did there. But like, lots of them, just like nearly everyone on YouTube was defending PewDiePie this time, because they literally took lots of his clips and took it out of context and just put it all together. Even though in one of his videos he said like context matters, and everyone was just taking clips of him saying things and stuff like that. And then people were getting like, we have ads on these videos and stuff like that, and then that's when lots of advertisers you know what I'm saying, dropped out of YouTube. And that's when, like, since then YouTube has been messed up with the whole ads and monetization and stuff like that.
Interesting.
They were like that before that crap happened though. Like, it's been going downhill like way before that,
because YouTube actually was like, oh shit, we're losing advertisers, we have to like make a change and stuff like that. And now this is a
Well, you know what? At the end of the day, guys, what he said was wrong. All right, he apologized. But now you have other people, like, you're a public figure. Now you have other people taking this situation and they're all banking from that situation also. Yep. They're making videos. They're posting the clip of him saying that, stuff like that. Like, all these have ads on them and stuff like that. You know, a couple of videos I watch, and people take this opportunity to like use this disadvantage to their advantage. And, you know, I feel like at a sense, like, honestly, like, so am I, because I tagged him in this, we're talking about it, stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, he is just a person. At the end of the day, we all fuck up. I know I fuck up a lot. So, I mean, that's just my final opinion on it, I guess.
I don't know. Like I said, I've seen so many people slip and say things that isn't meant to be. Like, if someone said, I hear people say retard and stuff on YouTube, like even on podcasts, and that offends me because my nephew is autistic, and people don't get pulled down for that.
Oh my God, people, all right. So I just have to say this. Like, I'm so tired of people being offended by everything. Like, I posted something to Xbot saying that he was a retard, and he's like, you said that? Yeah, I just, you know, like, the thing is, like, I'm using it in a joking manner. So if it's not an ill intention,
okay,
then...
But, so if you had called him a dickhead, would that offend all people with pointy dick-like heads? Seriously.
Maybe. I don't know. So that's the thing. It's like, why do we have to walk on eggshells about what we're saying? Like, obviously, you know, there's things that you should say. There's things you shouldn't say. But, like, I feel like this world's become so sensitive. Like, me, if I'm going to call someone a fucking retard and I'm only joking around, you better fucking deal with it, or there's the door.
See, people can get away with saying, like, all these words, but the N-word is a no-go for everyone.
Yeah,
well, everyone that's white, anyway.
I mean, that's a very good point.
And I am not racist in any way whatsoever, so I just want to point that out. But I think think that's
you're absolutely right. I mean, listen, the bottom line is this: there is definitely a double standard that is out in the world. You know, some things offend others, and then they can say it in a way that they felt it wasn't as intense or offensive, and it's okay. You know, because I said it this way, I didn't really mean it. Look, this is the way I say. If you're going to say stuff that you know, and we're all adults on this podcast, that it could possibly offend somebody, just don't say it. And again, Mel, actually, you hit the nail on the head. Right now in the world, it's very difficult, and race is a big thing. And you just have to be a little smart about how you say things. And again, you're going to offend somebody somewhere. So you're going to say something. I probably said something on this podcast. Someone's like, that guy's an asshole, and you know what? And that's life. Nothing I say is meant to be offensive. How he said it and how he did it was, again, not smart, certainly not, maybe he takes for granted that his brand is so big that he can say something like that. I don't think so. Because he doesn't really, I mean, we've never heard him, other than the 2 incidents, out of the millions of posts that this guy has done, ever said anything like that. So could this be a slip of the tongue? It's possible. Even if he's playing like that, like he's playing PUBG or Call of Duty or whatever. Like if you keep hearing the words like said to you and stuff, which he was doing, I could see like even a stream people were saying it before he even said it. Then I mean that's another thing that could yes, absolutely. People say it enough, and you just everyone's in the chat saying it, so the end or whatever. And it's again, he's supposed to know better. He's a public figure. He's made a lot of money. His brand is obviously so large. I don't know if it's going to take a hit, to be honest with you. I mean, if he loses a million subscribers, okay, he only has 56 million subscribers instead of.
Jeez, why even make content at that point?
No, absolutely. I mean, he's got to keep his brand going. I mean, the guy is his kids are probably never going to have to work. I mean, that's the reality. And you know what? Good for him, because remember he jumped on YouTube and he made himself. No one gave this to him. He did exactly what we're doing, except, he got super popular.
And he did it in the beginning of time or something.
Yes, literally, as soon as YouTube started, this guy was like one of the groundbreakers. Like he actually put the shovel into the ground for YouTube. So, I mean, if you listen, the way I say it is like this. It's very simple.
That's kind of like Hulk Hogan, like laying the foundation for wrestling, and he slipped and said the N-word. Now he's
he's out. Yeah. I mean, I say it like this. If you're offended by what he said, don't watch his videos. Don't subscribe to him. And that's the best you can do.
That is a very good point.
I've absolutely never watched one of his videos.
Me either. Not even one. Not even one video.
I know who he is just from seeing clips, but I've never watched a video that he does. And I'm assuming from what I've seen, he plays games and he screams about them. Is that
it? Yeah. That's exactly what he does, guys.
He does lots of videos that aren't gaming, like lots of talking videos too.
My 12-year-old got me into his videos, honestly. Year and a half ago, maybe. Him, Jacksepticeye, Markiplier. My son loves them. And I was like, what the hell? So I decided to check them out. And I laugh and stuff like that. I'm not like obsessed or anything, But I mean, I do watch his videos from time to time.
Even if he wasn't a YouTuber, just like look at his stream. It's like $10 donation, $5 donation, $50 donation,
$1 million donation. You guys want to come over here and donate me thousands of dollars? By all means, I am not going to be mad at you. Send it my way. That's all.
How about this? Let's get somebody in the chat to send her or Xbot, preferably her, because Xbot will hog it.
Send Xbot shit.
The Destiny 2 code. How about that?
Yeah.
Or $1 million. Like I said, I'll take either. So are you guys all set with the PewDiePie stuff?
Yeah, I think we've beaten it enough. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, it's real simple. If you're offended, and many people were, don't watch his stuff.
If you're offended, suck my dick. How about that?
What the fuck?
I'm actually kind of racist against Titans and Destiny. Like,
oh my
they
god,
shouldn't be around me.
All right, guys.
You hate me then? What the fuck? Bring it on.
Destiny has once again wreaked its ugly head into the podcast.
I'll dance all over your ass.
All right, we're gonna talk about the Fortnite update real quick, and then I don't know about you guys, but I know I have to get going soon because the boys just walked in the door as I was saying some pretty bad stuff, so they're gonna be offended. All right, so the Fortnite, they have the update for the Battle Royale. Have you guys downloaded that yet? You can play 100 people PvP.
No.
Is that on the Xbox now too?
I saw the announcement trailer. It looks interesting. I mean, obviously, it's right out of the gate. It reminds you of PUBG. I mean, I think that's what they're going for.
I mean, I can understand. Like, everybody keeps saying PUBG, but to me, like, I don't know. I tried it today, and guess what happened? I got killed. That's all. I got killed. It was really wide open, and there was only 20 people on the server.
Wow.
I just don't like Fortnite at all.
You know what? That's because you don't know how to play.
We
have crickets again. That's amazing.
I had to spend an hour and a half in menus after menu after menu. Like,
you know what? That's a you problem.
Headache.
Where is it?
Oh no, you got me on the spot here.
That, my friend, is a you problem.
Thanks,
man. Makes his appearance on Coffee, Casuals, and Consoles. Yeah. Welcome, Mooch.
Hashtag Mooch was here.
Crap for trying to put PUBG in Fortnite.
Well, you know, I'm a really big fan of Fortnite, so this is going to be new and exciting for me. I did go on so I can get a feel for it, but it was like a good 10 minutes I spent trying to figure out like
the menus.
What I was doing. No, there's no menus.
Do you respawn when you die, or is it like PUBG where your life is
out?
Oh, okay. Does the map get smaller over time?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, oh shoot, what do I do at that point? So I went in and then I got a gun, and then like I don't know, it's like this big area where everybody's just standing there. I guess they're loading in, and then they put you in like the blimpy thing. I forget what the frick it's called in that game, and then you got to parachute out so you could skydive or you could parachute, and then you land. You pick your spot basically that you want to land in, and then you got to find people from there, and it's everybody against each other. So it's really kind of creepy, and it says you cannot team up or you'll be banned, because that's a bannable offense until they bring the teams on. So once they have teams, I think we'll enjoy it a lot more.
Well, that's I don't have Fortnite. I'll probably give it a shot when it's free, unless, you know, hashtag mooching, someone wants to send me a code. But it looks interesting.
It's 25% off, I think, right now.
Yeah, I saw that. I think it's $40 maybe.
All right. Yeah,
that's a big coincidence, isn't it? A new mode.
Yes,
high school.
They're like, we gotta hit the panic button and do something to this piece of shit game.
So guys, I don't want Destiny. Send him Fortnite.
Getting the mode out before PUBG actually releases on the Xbox is pretty smart.
Yeah, of course.
The thing I want to know is, how does it run? Like, well, 100. I know you didn't have 100 players yet, 20. But did the game run the same?
60 at 4. Like, I mean, at 4. 60 beforehand, like when it was loading, and then when we were in the game, I looked around. I'm like, well, I don't see anybody, and then like showed 20. Like, okay, the most I saw was like 25. Maybe I just didn't, you know, really understand at that point, and I didn't notice it.
Or lag or anything like that?
It was a little laggy at first, like coming into the game. I definitely recommend you guys, you know, check it out. I mean, we can't go in and play together as a team, but we can definitely check it out.
Yeah, I'm totally thinking of getting the game now because of that mode and stuff. It's just a great value added to the game with just that one mode, because that's replayable on top of the game that was already there. So that's pretty awesome.
I'll try it if they take out like 100 of the menus that they have in the game.
You know what? You need to stop worrying about the menus. The menus, you got to learn to understand them. So no one here has Fortnite.
I have it, but I've not played it.
You know what, Jay?
I've not played it since I downloaded it.
Maybe you need to play it. and then you'll feel better.
You've already convinced me to buy Destiny 2, so I think I'll be doing that next.
You know what? Fine, whatever. I'll be the only one playing this. I'll stream it, and then you guys could watch me looking for people for an hour, and then I'll get killed. How about that?
Looking through menus.
The menu update is coming out by Christmas of 2019.
It's got achievements. It's got
They're gonna
achievements.
reduce the amount of loading and menus in the game.
They need to integrate Connect in there, so you don't even have to go into a menu. You just basically say what you want to have built, and it builds for you.
Achievement unlocked. You look at 100 menus before you play the game.
Poor Mel.
When I play this game for the first time, I'm going to be expecting like an infinite screen of menus because the way you're making it out to be. But I'm having fun messing about, like saying it's not bad. But I don't know.
I streamed it. I owned that game for like an hour and 15 minutes, and like most of the video is me looking through menus. I'll send it to you. It's pretty bad.
I mean, sorry, guys. My son was talking to me. He wants to play Xbox, and then I'm like, but we have to go to the dentist, and then this, that, and the other. And I totally wasn't listening to anything you guys were saying.
No, it was all fun and games.
And menus.
And menus.
Fun games, menus.
I was trying to do fart sound effects during awkward silence. You guys kept talking.
They have more menus than Red Lobster. I swear to God. That's a bad joke.
Sorry, I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff. All right, guys. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap up the show because I gotta get going. I got a million things to do today. Otherwise, we could stream all day, but that'll never work. So since Xbot is gone, we'll pretend like he doesn't exist, you guys. Creating
What's going on? This is Xbot 448. Catch me at.
Oh, nice to see you back, man.
Creating Beyond Limits. Would you like to let everybody know where they can find you and what you're up to on a regular basis?
YouTube, Creating Beyond Limits. You can find my channel by searching there. You can click my name. That's going to be in the chat. Just scroll up if it's not there recently. And I do gaming videos, reaction videos, and other things like that. Recently, the last few days, I haven't put anything up because of Destiny has been like an addiction, which I'm trying to fight. But you know, you just have to keep like I'll get over it eventually. But I will be streaming the raid more likely. If Supersonic Station and Boom are up for it, we'll probably all do it together. Get raid ready. Keep that in your mind. Twitch, Mixer, Creating Beyond Limits, Twitter, Dean5578, and that is all.
JayDubbs, put your link in the chat.
And yeah, that's it.
Cool. Sorry for the awkward pauses. I got so much shit going on right now. Graphic God, where can people find you? What are you up to on a normal basis other than MNC mornings and even that?
Oh, MNC mornings is every Sunday.
It's my favorite.
This week is going to be a different kind of MNC mornings because Crap does not have any power right now. So it's going to be Jane Mooch. And maybe we'll bring on someone else. I'm not sure. We're going to go through the details tonight.
Oh, snap and smell.
Yeah, maybe.
It's an M. Oh, wait. That's
maybe we'll do auditions. Maybe we'll do
It'll be Eminem in the morning. Your auditions would be awesome.
But so you can find me there on Sundays. I've got a website that I do gamer picks for people. It's xboxgamerpicks.com. You can find me there and contact me if you want a custom gamer pick. They're very affordable. Just ask Boom.
Yep. He did mine, and it was fantastic.
And I also have a freelance website, creativecommunications.ca, if you want website design or video production. I do intros, which reminds me I have a couple of people I have to contact about intros. So if they're listening, I apologize for not getting back to you, but I've been a busy beaver.
Busy beaver.
And I'm on Twitter at graphic_god. Catch me there.
Awesome. All of Jay's links are below. Everything from his Redbubble to his Twitter in the chats, and I'm sure UK Daz will put that also in the links on the chat there for you guys. Let's see. Supersonic Station. What are you up to and all that good stuff? Let everybody know.
I'm getting raid ready with Dean. Find me on YouTube and Mixer, Supersonic Station, all one word, and it's in the links below. And that's it.
Got it. That's it. So you guys, I'm having issues with my computer. It updated today before the show, and it's just being really whack. And it's like everything under the sun is really throwing me off today. Between getting kicked offline and shit, that sucked.
Yeah, that was a bad scene. But that wasn't anyone's fault. That happens. Live television, live podcasts. These things happen.
Yeah, this time I paid the bills. I just want to put that out there. Mr. Boomstick, where can everybody find you? What are you up to? All that good stuff.
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Boomstick XL. I try to answer everybody. Same thing for Xbox Live. It's Mr. Boomstick XL, real simple. And you can catch me on Crossfire on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with a fantastic group of guys. And all we talk about is Xbox, good and bad. And it is a pleasure to do this show every Wednesday, Mel. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thanks for being a part of the show, and I love watching Crossfire. It's always been one of my favorites. I just love hearing Mooch rant. So he's got a really great crew on there, and that's awesome. And you guys can find me, obviously, on Twitter at GirlsCanGame22, or right here on YouTube. Come stop by for some streams. I actually did my first stream in a while yesterday, and it felt so good because I got to work early, so that was really nice, and I miss doing streams so much. And obviously, Xbot448 is gone, but his info is in the section below. But we can pretend we're him and be like, yes, let's get the scroll. He is on the next podcast. This podcast
here. You guys say, what's going on, people, first?
What's going on, people?
What's going on, people? He's like,
what's going on, people? It's the Xbox 448. What's going on?
That's pretty good.
What's going on, people? All right, we're done with that. He's on BGST, usually on Crossfire, and a bunch of other stuff. And he's just really obnoxious sometimes, but he is a part of the family of the Xbox community, King Neutral. I forgot about that one. Anyways, you guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. We will see you next week on the 31st episode of Coffee Casuals and Consoles. You guys have an awesome day. You're all amazing. Later.